Good evening. It's November 30th. Odd time for me to walk, I know, but this is the time it worked out for me to do it. So we're just after sunset. Yesterday I walked just around sunrise, just before sunrise and after. And now it's just after sunset. The sun went down about 15 minutes ago. So it'll get progressively darker as I walk. Not sure how slippery it's going to be either. So I got to be careful of that. We'll find out momentarily. Some of these sidewalks look a little iffy, to say the least. Oh yeah. Oh dear. This may not be a good idea. I may want to stay off the sidewalks, but even the roads aren't that great. This will be a slow walk. As you can see, we've got Christmas lights starting to show up. This is terrible. I don't know if I can do this safely or not. I don't think I can. Maybe if I stay off the sidewalks, the roads themselves might be less slippery. It depends on the sidewalk. You see, it's been melting today. It was above freezing. And as that flowed over so it made water in many places actually run over the sidewalk. And now it's below freezing again, so I'll have to be very careful. I'll see what I can do. There's going to be possibly a short walk and a slow walk. Anyway, my plan, if I can manage it, is to get up to the dike up here, walk along it a little bit, and then walk back, maybe along 13th. Hopefully the sidewalks are fairly clear. The sun is down, so I won't get any sunset per se, but we might get some nice sky over here. And of course, there are Christmas lights here and there. I will do a proper nighttime Christmas light walk at some point later in December, I would think. Of course, I'm also right at the time when people are still coming home from work, so there's quite a bit of traffic around as well. This makes it harder to walk on the street. So, walk along with me and see if I fall down. That may be the excitement in tonight's walk, which at the moment looks like it's going to be quite slow. So what's left of the sunlight will be vanishing in front of us there. This is pretty much due west. Not really, it's on a crescent, but kind of. Oh, it's due west, yeah, because of that. So yeah, we're looking due west. Sun, of course, actually set over to the left somewhere. Quite a bit south of west this time of year. Still about 3 weeks to the, well, pretty much exactly 3 weeks till the shortest day of the year. Today being the last day of November. Henderson Terrace, which I walk by many times. You see it with the evening light on it. Oh, there's somebody found me even at this weird time. Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. Not my usual walking time by any means. I've done it once or twice. Halloween. A couple of other evening walks. I was just very busy today doing an editing job, which still isn't done, but I'm within spitting distance of it being done, and I had to take a break. I'll finish it tomorrow. Geese, getting serious about heading south now. That's a big one. Look at the big skein of geese going across the sky there. come right over our heads. It goes on and on, that one. That was cool. Had to stop. I'd definitely fall down trying to look at something like that while I walk. Still lots of people out with dogs. This one's bad. Bad choice getting on this sidewalk. At this rate, I may use up my time just getting to the dike, and then it'll be time to go home. Stay on the road as much as I can, which means staying off of the busy roads, of course, which might mean not walking along 13th, depending on what the sidewalks are like there. They're probably better. Comes another one. More geese. Another big skein of them there. Just like the last one. Yeah, they are seriously forming up now for flying south. Seems like the flocks get bigger and bigger until finally they take off. I know the top of the dike will be fairly well clear, so once I get up there I can make a little better time. Oh, there's more still up there ahead of us. Another long line of them. Third one now, in just the last few minutes. It is the time of day when they go wherever it is they go overnight. Yeah, if I can just make it to the dike without falling down, I think the sidewalk should be better most of the rest of the way. Lots of people with dogs, and somebody right at the top here, silhouetted against the sky. It's another huge flock. I actually thought that one was a cloud when I saw it in the distance. I thought that one was a cloud when I saw it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not slippery up here. It's a Geeseapalooza. Gooseapalooza? There's still more in the distance. It's an endless supply. All the Canada geese you could possibly want. Coming up to the Elphinstone Street Bridge here. I had no idea it was so crowded up here at 5 o'clock. Usually walk in the morning, there's not that. Usually a few people, but not as many as I've already seen this evening. More geese. All right, now, how icy is this sidewalk? Does not look promising. I think I'll stay over here. Well, I'm glad I came out this time of night just to see that. I'm sure there's still more coming, but we may not see them as much as we're away from the river. Okay, now we're back to not falling down being the main focus of the evening. That and enjoying the deepening twilight. I may not look too much to left or right sometimes because that's when I fall down. I don't keep an eye on my feet. But, Balkwell Center and all that over there that I often walk by. More going over right now. But I won't look at them because I got to cross safely here, which is easier said than done. I don't want to walk down Elphinstone, so we'll go down this side. Possibly it'll be somewhat more melted off over here because of being the sunny side of the street. But at the same time, this is where the snow melts and runs little rivulets of ice across sometimes. So I still have to keep my wit and my feet about me. Could try the alley. I don't know if that'd be better or worse. Doesn't look noticeably better, that's for sure. Whoa, yeah, sliding sideways. Going to get on College here. At least until I'm past that bad spot. These side streets are pretty quiet, so I can probably walk on the street if I go up this and avoid the sidewalks, which are terrible. Some of them, anyway. The trouble here is I can't see the ice the way I could under the street lights. And actually here, the sidewalk looks better, so... Oh well, I will just be slow and careful. This will be by time, not distance. That much is clear. Because I've already taken almost 20 minutes, which normally would take me about 10, what I've done so far. Some Christmas lights again starting to show up here and there. I haven't put mine up yet. I don't have a lot, but I do put some around the front door, which I have not yet done. Maybe I'll celebrate getting this editing job done tomorrow. Except then I have another job that's due, already overdue, so probably not until I get them both done. Sidewalk looks clear, but it can be deceiving. It's still slippery under my feet. Let's go over here and take a look at St. Mary's Church with the window lit up. This is what you see in the evening that you don't see during the day. Things like that. St. Mary's Anglican Church. A little closer. Lit up down at this end too. The street can be quite busy, but once this guy's gone by, I can probably go across. Funny, it's getting darker and darker. The camera makes it look brighter usually than it does to the eye because it's very good at low light situations. This is an iPhone 13, but the 11 before it was good too. So far only one person has said, "Hi, I'm out here risking life and limb, people. Come on, give me some encouragement. This is all for you." Well, and for me, for the exercise, but still. We celebrities, nobody really cares about us. The pain of being a celebrity. Well, the pain of being a celebrity, or at least a guy that does live streamed YouTube walks, will be if I fall down again, because I'm still sore from 3 weeks ago. On November 11th, I looked back. I fell on November 11th. Still have some soreness from that fall, so I'd rather not repeat it. So I'm being extra duper, super duper careful here. Oh, there's quite a bit of Christmas lights up here. Let's go take a look at those. My very slow walk. This is so slow compared to a summer day. Short steps, constantly checking the ground in front of me. Not lifting my feet very high. That's what I'm doing here. It's when it slopes down a little bit right there. Again, my foot started to slide up from under me. Well, tomorrow it's supposed to be +7. And then it starts turning colder. So tomorrow will either make things better or significantly worse, because we'll get even more melting, more water running across the sidewalks, and then freezing. If I get over by Safeway, the same house that had a very elaborate Halloween display has quite an elaborate Christmas display, and it's already up, I think. And my plan is to make it in one piece to 13th and then walk down there. But first I have to get there in one piece, which, there we go. We'll move in front of this one. It looks particularly nice right now. There you go. A little early Christmas cheer for you. Marijuana Marianne. Yes, this is the cathedral area. That's probably why I called it Cathedral at Twilight, or whatever I called it. Yeah, I live in the cathedral area. We're on the Crescents, but same difference. Oh boy. Well, we'll go right now. 13th is just one block up. But it's not the most interesting bit of 13th. So I'll stick on the sidewalks here for one more block, because this will take us, if I take this route, through the park, right to the cathedral, but maybe not. Maybe I'll go around up to 13th from here. I still have some hope that the sidewalks of 13th are safer than the residential ones, which are booby-trapped. There's, of course, a song from The Drowsy Chaperone. I'm an accident waiting to happen. Well, that's what I feel right now. Yeah. I've hardly walked any distance, really, but I'm already 23 minutes of what I thought would be about a 45-minute walk. Just making my way home from here would take most of it, and I still want to go a little further, so it'll be a reasonable length walk still. It'll come to an abrupt end if I fall down, so let's not make that happen, or let's make that not happen. I know I'm probably becoming quite boring talking about how slippery it is, because obviously if you're watching this, you don't know. All looks fine to you. I'm just here as an entertainer. Falling down might be more entertaining. I'll do a lot for my art, but breaking something seems a bit extreme. Okay, well, this again is the former nunnery that is now a condo building. I don't know what they call it exactly. Well, I'm hoping when I get around the corner onto 13th proper here, I will find better footing and can maybe move a little faster. Well, this is 13th, and I'm on, let me think, Cornwall and 13th, I think. I'll know in a minute. Oh, except there's no street sign visible from here, but oh, here it is. Oh, that's Athol. I'm still one over from Cornwall. I mean, yeah, I didn't mean Cornwall either. I meant Cameron. But anyway, that's Athol and 13th. Now I'm on 13th, which is kind of my goal. And this sidewalk is not at all better. Anything, it's slipperier. Well, it'll be a slow, scenic walk then. Yep, that was Ethel. I have to shuffle my feet here. It's just... What fun! There's the aforementioned condo building. It has a lovely chapel in it still, even though it's not a religious structure anymore. I can't speak for the people who live there. I had no idea it was going to be this slick tonight. I might have decided to skip another night, but I'm committed now, or maybe should be. Anyway, this is 13th. Over there's the 13th Avenue coffee shop. There's a series of really nice old houses there that have all been turned into businesses. I don't spend much time in the 13th Avenue. You'd think I would, it's so close. I've never found it conducive to writing, but then again, I haven't given it a try recently. Go to Shannon's? Well, I'll go by Shannon's. Not going in though. Here's the cathedral. There's the row houses looking very warm and inviting and a bit festive, with some Christmas decorations there. There's the cathedral. You can see its light, its stained glass window lit up. And it's slippery in front of it too. So, you know, say a prayer for me. The Penny University bookstore is over there, and the right-hand side of this building. Closed tonight, but they have a lot of my books. If you're looking for my books, that's one place to get them. He looks just a little scary as a silhouette, more Halloween-y than anything else. This is Westminster United over here, a fine church that I have sung in a few times. They have a very bright sign. I can already tell that the sidewalk in front of them is equally dangerous. That's Des Arts. Very popular for ice cream and candy. Oh, maybe they've salted here. This one seems more melty than freezy. So perhaps they've done some salting. There you go, Westminster United. Used to be Westminster Presbyterian. Brandy's Corner Store. I mail a lot of stuff from there. Has a post office in. Gale's Florist. Another coffee house over there. 33 1/3 Coffee Roasters. I've never been in there. And the fish store over here, where we buy all our fish. So I had a request to go down by Shannon's, so I will go past the fish store. What's that? Oh, that's a great neighborhood. House we live in belonged to my wife's grandparents originally, so the family's been in the neighborhood since 1939. There you go. There's Shannon's, as requested. And there's the takeaway gourmet here. And it's very nice. I approve of it. And here's a chocolate store. Sinfully Sweet Bakery. Orange Cafe. And Butcher Boy Meats. That's where we buy all our meats. Now I'm going to go back across, walk by in front of a Safeway here. See if the store of the place across the street has its lights turned on or not. Maybe it doesn't. There's Safeway. At least their sidewalk's nice and clear, so it's... Oh yeah, they do. So we'll walk over there, go back up to 13th and carry on a little further before heading home. There's been a Safeway here for a long time, but it was completely remodeled a few years ago. And there's a Scotiabank up here at this end. Right here. So when I was down here on Halloween night, this house over here has a lot of Halloween decorations. And now that it's Christmas, they have a lot of Christmas decorations. Ho, ho, ho. It's a winter wonderland. Yep, right in front of us. You'll see it in a second. Very nice to have in the neighborhood. I mean, it's not huge, so if you want anything too exotic, you have to look elsewhere, but if you're just looking for something basic that you want or need, you can probably find it here. Good beer selection, or at least a good-sized beer room, cold beer. We're more likely to be looking for wine. Not as great a selection, but they certainly have a decent one. Anyway, now there it is. It's just been open for a few months. Not very many months either. Would cleats make a difference on this? I don't know. It's so thin. I don't see how they would help. Seems to me you just skitter on top of the pavement. I suppose that would be better grip than my shoes are giving me on ice. This is another restaurant, coffee shop, ice cream store in the summer, very popular. Elves, I believe it's called. Yes. Colorful. Sorry, I can't read until I'm sure I'm not going to fall down. Dispensary of what? Guessing by your name. I don't know. There might be. I think there might be down there. Not something that interests me, so I've never paid any attention, but I think there might be something down there. There's a tea shop Well, not that kind of tea, just tea. Paper umbrella. Shoe clinic and the craft gallery over there with the Christmas tree. I'm going to go walk down Albert because its sidewalks are unlikely to be very slippery to get home, which is where I'm headed next. Here's the Artesian, which used to be a church and is now a performance space. Performed in there, and Golden Apple Theatre that I used to be on the board of, professional theatre company that lasted a few years. We did a lot of our shows here. I also had a book launch in the basement. There's a really nice lounge in the basement. But the sidewalk is slippery, so still got to pay attention there. Somewhat old signage there. Whew. One thing with the amount of snow that's melted, there's bare grass to walk on at the moment in spots, which is nice. Circle K confectionery, Viet Thai over there, and another coffee shop I never go into. Bobby Joe's. Used to be Roca Jack's. Kind of our original coffee shop downtown was Roca Jack's, but somehow they managed to gradually lose their customers. I have my theories, but I mean, I quit going. I just didn't feel like it was a place that really wanted me there sometimes. So. And here's Albert, main north-south drag. I'm hoping the sidewalk there will be clearer. Yes, it is just a little on the slippery side, Bonnie. Slipperier than I thought. I've been careful, and so far so good. And I think Albert here ought to be okay. But I'll keep my eyes open. Strip mall. Do I know there's strange things about that foot at the Circle K? No, I did not know that. Do tell. Now, is that an airplane or is that Venus over there? Very bright. Could be Venus. Well, it looks a little too bright even for Venus, so I think it's probably an airplane. I can't tell, my eyes aren't that sharp. The contacts can, unless I blink them just right, any moisture in my eyes will blur them, so. For tiny points of light like that. It's the Nouveau Gallery. There's not much hanging in there right now. And there's the cats. Excalibur. This sidewalk is less clear of ice than I had hoped. And Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I didn't know it was a Circle K. Only ever seen that movie once, and it was a very long time ago. We got a walk light here. Yeah, more ice on this sidewalk than I'd hoped for being on Albert Street. Just not a pedestrian-friendly day. But I'm almost home. Just a couple of more blocks and I will have made it safely. They're open if you need banners, lamination, yard signs, passport photos, vehicle graphics. He doesn't look too busy. Bodega has not reopened. I think they did for a while. Now they're closed again, and I suspect for good. I guess I don't know that for sure. This will bring us right by Class X Studios, where my daughter danced for many, many years. Where I used to rehearse, because the lyric singers used to rehearse in one of their studios in the basement. And where my daughter also was the, some nice decorations, was also the receptionist while she was home due to COVID, taking her second year of university online. She's back at the U of T for her third year in person. So looking forward to having her home for Christmas and I think she gets back in about 3 weeks. We'll have her for 3 weeks before she goes back again. Then I'll have to go in February because she's in a show that I want to see. Production of High School Musical at Victoria College. We'll both go if we can, but my wife might not be able to because of other commitments. But anyway, I don't know. We don't know the date yet. And I wouldn't tell you if I knew. Could be February, could be March, could be April, I suppose. Probably not. Late January, potentially. Just don't know. All right, now, just have to make a little bit further without falling down, and this will have been a successful, if somewhat fraught, adventure. The two former Sastel buildings. That was Saskatchewan Government Telephones, and that was Sastel. That now belongs to the Royal Saskatchewan Museum, and it's full of interesting fossils and things. Unfortunately, the Crescent may be the slipperiest bit yet, so wish me luck. How long did I end up walking here? It's going to be quite reasonable by the time I get back. Really a short walk, but heightened by the slow pace, or lengthened, I mean. Supper when I get home. Unitarian church over here. At one point was Christian Science, that building. It's built in the 20s of the last century. Okay, that's definitely Venus up there because it hasn't moved, so. The evening star. See it through the trees if you look close. I'm going to walk on the street until I can't anymore. Until somebody comes along. Not a lot of Christmas lights along here yet. More will come. Ooh, getting hot. There are some places where you simply can't avoid ice, no matter where you walk. Of course, the school's over there, Davin School. Now called Crescent School, but it will always be Davin School to me. Well, maybe the sidewalk's looking somewhat more inviting, although I know from experience there can be some nasty stretches along here because of the slope. Looks pretty good. Nope. Yeah, I was right. See? So close, so slow. Some Christmas lights happening over there. This isn't ours, but this is more our level of lights. I'm not interested in climbing up on my roof at my advanced age. Oh, so close. So near and yet so far. Well, it's been pretty anyway. And I didn't even come close to falling, although I could certainly feel the kind of icy conditions that could lead me to were I not paying careful attention. All right, so let's stop here. Thanks for walking with me and helping me stay upright, and I expect to be back tomorrow. Bye for now.